loads of space for Luche on this right-hand side. As the referee blown up there because a long player went down in back play, but the ball did find itself in the hands of Rissa, so the ref's just going to carry on playing. But it is starting to open up now, and Nice are starting to give as good as they've been getting. So it is going to be interesting. 28 minutes gone, still 0-0. And at the moment, still waiting for that first goal. Both teams have had reasonable chances, but just not quite a golden one. But we've seen a few shots go whistling past the posts, you know, pretty close. Now then, here is Sarr. Now Ganiu, halfway inside the Nice half, plays it down that right channel, but that's a loose pass from Florian Thauvin. And now Diop's got himself into trouble there, and now Thauvin has pinched it off him, but it squirts away from him as he's trying to hassle Pepra Opong, but the big Ghanaian is having none of it. He chips it again, but that's an aimless ball just up to halfway. There's nobody there. Nice will be desperate to win this tonight. Of course, after this game, there's just 2 more games left. And if they can get something out of this tonight, then, you know, it's all about safety for them. Lyon, they know they need to win. They need to, if they get the win here tonight, it will put them on the heels again of Paris Saint-Germain with 3 games remaining, although currently they are 7 points behind them, so it is going to take something special, and they're going to have to rely on PSG to pretty much mess it up from there. But you've got to keep doing your job and hope something goes your way. Corner came in, header from 12 yards out, but it's straight into the arms. It was Ganiu with the header straight at Yevan Diouf. Releases it quickly. This is Melvin Bard on this near side, plays it infield to Mohamed Ali Cho. And now it comes back to Juma Bar. Floats it out to that far right-hand side to Antoine Mendy. Then another crossfield ball to Pepra Opong. Now then, space here, turns, and it's Diop coming forward now. Nice starting to look dangerous coming forward. Bard plays the ball in field. Comes back to Diop. Now the ball into centre field to Icham Bouadi. Mendy once again. Marauding run, slips the ball through. Now then, that's a good ball played through the channel. Ball whipped in from the edge of the area, but it's blocked on the edge of the 6-yard box. Goes out for a throw-in. And that's some lovely interplay there between the Nice players, just passing and moving, playing the ball down the channels. Both teams have played some really lovely stuff tonight. Just needs a goal, needs someone on the end of it. And a bit of a sloppy touch there from Kyle Budash on that far side, which has given Lyon the throw-in over on that far left-hand side, which is taken quickly. Now here's Ismailo Ganiu. Long ball down that right channel, but that's well defended up off the head of Pepra Opong. And now Nice have the ball once again. That's Diop, plays it all the way back to Antoine Mendy. He'll bring it up to the edge of the centre circle, squares it across here now for Pepra Opong once again. Moving the ball around well, but that's a loose ball from Bard down this near side, down the flank. Looking for Sofiane Diop, tidied up. The keeper Rissa has had to come out of his area, lashes it downfield. But Nice win the header, but then give the ball away. Now Lyon, lots of quick passing there, and they finally work the ball back to Rissa. Puts his foot on the ball on the penalty spot. Now here's Samson Baidu. 32 minutes gone here at the Allianz Riviera. This Ligue 1 clash. It is Nice 0, Lyon 0. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday evening. And here's Alain Saint-Maximin now, just inside the Nice half. Here's Baidu inside the centre circle. Now Malang Sarr. Played a few games for Chelsea early in his career. Now Saint-Maximin. Now Sarr once again. He's just sitting in a defensive shape. That's a poor ball from Sarr. Goes straight to the feet of Melvin Bard. Plays a good ball down this left flank now. It's Sofiane Diop, who's being a real nuisance, the Moroccan international, down that left-hand side. Ball comes back here now for Bard. He tries to go through past Ganiou. Goes flying up in the air. Referee not interested. He believes that Bard is being a little bit theatrical there, and I agree. He kind of ran in and grazed Ganiou and then just threw himself in the air. And the referee, quite rightly, is having none of it. We've already seen he's no nonsense. This is Sarr, edge of the centre circle, squares it across to Ismailo Ganiou. Played up to Florian Thauvin. Back to Ganiou once more. 33.5 minutes gone. Samson Baidu. Now Malang Sarr. And again, Nice not pressing at the moment, just sitting back in their shape. We're going to have to stop here because the ball has hit the referee on the shins. So it's going to be a dropped ball at the feet of Samson Baidu. Here's Ganiou once again. And again, Thauvin just switched off there. He had his back to goal, but he had the ball pinched off him by Diop, but the referee said that's just squirted out of play for a throw-in taken quickly by Long. Now then, here's Alain Saint-Maximin, but he's been dispossessed here by Mendy, who's then been hauled over on the halfway line. The referee says play on. So they do, and Lon now have the ball down this left-hand side. Plays a 1-2 again. Can they get the cross in here? Ball whipped into the air. It's taken a big deflection. Some Nice players are, well, they're going after the referee because Mendy stayed down all the way through that passage of play. And Morgan Sanson, the captain, far from impressed there. He was blocked off there by Sarr. And he stayed down, but the referee allowed the game to carry on. He's still down here, is Mendy. So you can understand why, and Sarr's been spoken to, and remember, he's already been booked. So he's going to have to tread very carefully here. And referee still talking to him. Claude Puel animated inside the technical area. Again, another manager with Premier League experience with Southampton and Leicester City. The fortunes of those two teams. Leicester City today officially relegated to League One. 10 years after winning the Premier League, Southampton are in the playoffs to return back to the Premier League at the first time of asking. Anyway, Mendy's back up on his feet now. And the upshot is it's still going to be a corner for Long over on that far side. Sarr having a conversation with Morgan Sanson, the Nice captain. There's no need to get involved there, really. You know, he doesn't have to explain himself. The referee has dealt with it. So corner now for Long on this left-hand side. Whipped in, punched away there by Diouf. Gathered in by Louchet. And then he plays it back to the byline, and then it's hammered downfield. And it's blocked by Baidu. He gets everywhere, doesn't he, the Austrian? And here's Ganiou, just inside the Nice half. And again, the home team just sitting back in their defensive shape. Got to conserve the energy. Saint-Maximin, little flick from the sidelines towards the edge of the penalty area, but it's dealt with. And now Hicham Bouadi, the Algerian, chips it down that right-hand flank, but Sarr gets the ball tight to the touchline, works it back downfield towards Samson Baidu, and he will bring this up again to the halfway line. 37.5 minutes gone. Ganiou. Ball comes infield to Mamadou Sangare. Then Ghani with the long ball down that right channel, but sails over the head of everybody and goes all the way through to the feet of Yevan Diouf. 38 minutes gone. Still awaiting our first goal. Overarm long throw by Diouf. Picked up there by Morgan Sanson. Plays it out. Well, that's not the best pass there. In fact, Melvin Bard was actually behind the line when that ball came to him. He was off the pitch for some reason. Throw-in taken quickly. Here's Sarr. Chips the ball down that left channel. But, well, the keeper came off his line quickly, but Mendy got there first and has hooked it back downfield and out for a throw-in. And taken quickly. Here is Baidu. Now Ganiyu inside the centre circle on the halfway line. Tried to play the ball through the middle. There was a poor pass, easily intercepted by Sanson. Now then, can Nice hit on the counter here? They're coming through the middle. This is a great run here. Mohamed Ali Cho. Oh, he stabbed the ball through into the area. Luche on that right-hand side. Back to the edge of the area. Bawadi puts the ball in. Flicked header by Ganiyu, but it only finds Bard on the other side of the penalty area. His cross is headed away. I tell you what, he's some player, this Mohamed Ali Cho. He rode about 5 tackles there, going through the middle of the pitch. And now, Lens will look to break themselves. Great ball by Saint-Maximin down that left-hand channel for the run there of Odson Edouard. Saint-Maximin again, trying to get in down that left-hand side. And the ball has gone out near the corner flag, has it? Yes, I think it has, for a Nice throw-in. Or is it a long throw-in? I think it might be, actually. Yes, it is. Near the corner flag on that far side. Taken quickly by Saint-Maximin. Lens get the ball to the edge of the area. Shot comes in straight at the keeper. He spilled it momentarily, but there was no one anywhere near him. But that wasn't a bad effort there. Over again, but they didn't get to him quickly enough, and it was Sangare with another long-range effort. He's already seen one just whistle past the post earlier on. Long throw downfield by Diouf, but Lens win the ball on that throw with the header, but then Pepra Opong has won the ball back here. Bard is then bundled over by an over-enthusiastic Thauvin, so it will be a free kick for Nice. In fact, it was Adrien Thomason who came in, actually, the Lens captain. And Bard was not impressed with that. He felt that he got an elbow there. So Diouf will take this free kick for Nice. Comes out of his area, all in light blue. The Senegalese goalkeeper, long ball downfield, looking for Mohamed Ali Cho. Referee has blown his whistle here. They deemed that there was a foul there on the Nice player, just inside the Lens half. So an opportunity here to get everybody forward onto the edge of the area. It was a foul by Sangare. And this free kick is about 10 yards inside the Lens half, just to the left of the goal. And Thomas Luche will be the man tasked with taking this. Most of the players have gravitated towards the edge of the penalty area. And it's whipped in by Luche towards the penalty spot. It's headed, it goes up in the air, and then, well, not taking any risks. That, well, I think the offside flag has gone up, in fact. Yeah. Never made any attempt there to get back onside. He was offside. He was behind the defensive line there before he was Juma Bar, before the actual free kick was taken, and he just never got back onside. Anyway, long ball downfield here now. Thauvin is inside the area. No one picked him up. He has it, gets to the byline, tries the cross. It's blocked by Pepra Opong, and it will be a corner for Lens. They switched off there. Just a long route one ball downfield, and Thauvin got in behind the back of that Nice back three. So a corner for Lens. And it will be Adrian Thomason, the captain, who will take this corner. Well, there's a bit of a coming together inside the penalty area. Little group of players all in a big bunch. Referee again is having to come and speak to players and just tell them to knock it off. It is wearisome on corners, all this pushing and shoving. The referee again, you know, just still talking to them. Players with arms around each other. It's not that cold. And now Juma Bar has gone down, clutching his right heel. Not sure what happened there. And well, I'm looking down, and well, Budash is down as well. What the heck? What happened there? Because all the attention was on the referee, and then we sort of look round, and two Nice players are on the ground. So I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway, they're back up on the feet now. What a lot of nonsense. Can we get this caught? Now a Lens player has gone down. This is ridiculous. And we're still waiting for this corner to be taken. The referee, well, someone's been booked. Two people have been booked. Honestly, it's absolute nonsense. Oh, and that was a dive from Tovan, a complete and utter dive. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's been booked. He was being shoved in the back there by Kyle Budash. And again, absolute nonsense. And that was a complete dive from Tovan. Can we get this corner taken? I've never seen anything like this. So Tovan has been booked. Corner does come in eventually, and it's pretty poor, and it's hacked away by Nice, but they're going to get the ball back here. Here's Thomason again. This is better! Whoa! And the keeper there actually gathered that behind his line and had to stick his hands out. Just have another look at this. No, that didn't cross the line. And now they're changing the football. 2 minutes of added time, by the way. Yeah, that ball had popped. Tovan was booked, but I did see the referee brandish 2 yellow cards. Juma Bar was the other man. He was involved in that as well. All that nonsense. I've never seen a corner take that long to take. Diouf with the long clearance from the goal kick downfield. Here's Kyle Budash. And the ball retrieved by Bard. Sends it all the way back to Diouf, who's just outside his area. He launches it downfield. Flick on header there. Trying to find Mohamed Ali Cho. But Baidu tidies that up, but his ball up to the halfway line is intercepted by Bouadi. He has the ball back now down this left-hand side, and that's come off his shins as the tackle came in there from Saud Abdul Hamid. Now then, here come Long down this left-hand side. Here's Alain Saint-Maximin. We played just over a minute of the added 2. Ball comes infield to Amadou Sangare. Out again to Mathieu Udol on that far left-hand side. And the heavy touch there. And it's gone out for a throw-in to Nice, which is taken quickly. Maybe a little bit too quickly, but they managed to keep hold of the ball there under big pressure. Now they look to get this downfield, but they're being harried and hassled all the way here, and Lens have won the ball back. Saint-Maximin now cuts in field down that left-hand side, tries to dribble it in. He's gone down just inside the area, but he fell over the football. And now Nice come away with it. Now then, the opportunity here down this right-hand side. Here's Louchet. Has he needs a bit of support. Tried to thread it through into the area to Sanson, but they come across just in the nick of time there. The offside flag has gone up anyway. All action in these final few seconds. Budash was the man chasing that down. And in the end, Saud Abdul Hamid with the clearance. That is half-time here at the Allianz Riviera. It's been end-to-end stuff. Both sides have had a few decent chances, but nothing that has been glaring. Perhaps Lens, I think, have probably had the best of it in terms of opportunities, but there's nothing really between the two sides at the moment to suggest that there are 13 places between them in the table. We look forward to the second half because the first one was very entertaining. We'll be back in 15 minutes with full second half coverage here from the Allianz Riviera. Half time, it is Nice 0, Lens 0. Well, bonsoir and welcome back to the Allianz Riviera. I'm Joe Mills for this Ligue 1 clash between Nice and Lens. Nice currently down at the wrong end of the table, 15th in the table. And Lens, of course, on the heels of Paris Saint-Germain, but games running out. 0-0 at half-time. Very entertaining first half. Chances for both teams. Lens probably just edging it in terms of possession and chances created. A bit of overall quality as well. But Nice had their moments also. Nice in the red and black striped shirts, the black shorts and the black socks. They come out into the arena under the lights. Lens all in white, trimmed with gold. And it will be the home team who will kick off shortly. They'll be playing from left to right in this second half. Thomas Leonard is our referee, and hopefully the second half will be as entertaining as the first. The only thing that's missing is a goal, and now the Lens side make their way out onto the pitch. Did get a little bit salty out there at times as well. Obviously both teams have a lot to play for here. Nice will be looking to make themselves safe and make doubly sure of that. 3 games left after this one. And of course, as far as Lens are concerned, they need to get the win here tonight to keep their slim chance of winning the title, and it is a slim one, alive. So it will be Nice who will get us underway in this second period, and they go back to Juma Bar. We didn't get the long punt downfield that we got from Lens, but that's a poor ball from Juma Bar out from the back, goes sailing out over the sideline over on that far left hand side, and the ball now back at the feet of Robin Risser. This is Samson Beidou, the Austrian. Now Malang Sarr plays the ball up that right channel looking for Alain Saint-Maximin, but Nice have pinched the ball off them here. Now the ball played into the box. Here's Mohamed Ali Cho. It was an impossibly tight angle. Not sure whether that was an attempted shot or a cross. I think he's won a corner anyway. Just gave no, he's just horribly off balance there, and he's cut right across that. He was excellent in the first half, but he won't want to see that again. It was poor. Fair play though to Ismailo Ganiu there, just forced him out wide, and that's another heavy touch from Malang Sarr. And they've won the ball back, but goodness me, almost was dispossessed there on the edge of his own penalty area. Here is Ganiu now. A few hairy moments in that first minute for Lens. Now then, here is Sarr on the halfway line. Bring the ball into the Nice half. Again, no one going forward for Nice, just sitting back in their defensive shape. Here's Saint-Maximin now, tries a long-range shot. It's clipped the heels of Juma Bar, and that will go out for a corner for Lens over on that far right-hand side. Yeah, just grazed the shins of the Sierra Leone international, and it will be another corner for Lens over on that far side. They take it short and unopposed, edge of the penalty area, ball whipped in, glancing header out. Saint-Maximin with a shot again, but it's blocked. Balloons high up into the air. Difficult to bring that down, but they've done it brilliantly, and now they can come down this right-hand channel. That was good play from Mohamed Ali Cho. He rode 2 tackles again, but then gave the ball away, trying to send it back downfield. Lens have it now in centre field. It comes out wide to Saint-Maximin on this left-hand side. He has time and space to put a ball into the area, headed away by Juma Bar. And now then, here comes Kyle Budash. And he sends the ball back towards his own goal. Nice player has gone down there under a challenge. Again, it's as I say, it has been quite a spicy affair, this. And I think, well, there was a push on. Let's have a little look at this. I think there was a push on Budash, and then he collided with one of his own players as a result of the push. Anyway, they get the free kick, taken quickly. Here's Mendy, long ball down that right channel, but Cho can't gather it in, and Robin Rissa comes out of his area and just nudges it into the path of Ganiu, and it comes up to the halfway line. This is Thomason. Now Beidou chips the ball down this, well, it's gone down the middle of the pitch. Oh, a bit of hesitation there. In the end, Bar had to get the header, just got enough on it back to his keeper. There was just a little bit of hesitation between Bar and Pepper Opong there, and almost allowed Saud Abdul Hamid to sneak in between them. And they've lost the ball again here, Nice, inside their own half. But they've endeavoured and they've won it back, and then promptly given it away, and then Lens have given it away. Nobody seems to want it. Hicham Bouadi, 57% possession for Lens. Now that Nice momentarily lose the ball again and then win it back. Fired upfield, but Cho can't control it on the halfway line, and that's tidied up by Beidou. Rolls it back to Robin Rissa. Bit of a scrappy start to this second half. Both teams just not settled down since they came back out. 1 or 2 loose passes. Here's Ganiu now. Another ball which is intercepted. Nice have it on that phone, and then they've lost it. Now then, breaks down this right-hand side here. Opportunity for Abdul Hamid. Gets the ball to the byline, but has to put the brakes on. Tries to feed it into the area, but that's good defending there from Sanson. And the ball played well. That's a poor ball out again. It goes straight to the feet of Ganiu. Sangare. Beidou. Now here's Malang Sarr in centre field. Comes out wide to this left-hand side to Mathieu Udol. His cross is headed away from the edge of the penalty area. And now Nice will look to break down this near side. Louche, it was a heavy touch, which allowed Sarr to win the ball back and tidy it up, send it back to Beidou. I say both sides just can't seem to settle here. And again, Nice win the ball back on halfway. Sofiane Diop gets the return ball down that left flank now. Can he get the cross in here? Edge of the penalty area. He should have crossed it earlier, tried to cut inside, loses possession. And so it goes on. And now Lens have it once again over on this near side. Chested down. And now Saint-Maximin will pick this ball up just near the halfway line. He will come infield on that left foot, just walking the ball across calmly. Sangare. And it comes out to Ganiu on that far right-hand side. Now Abdul Hamid, ball over the top for the returning run of Ganiu. He gets to the byline, but he can't get there in time. And, well, he's bundled over the line there, and he's gone down. Let's have another look at this. Pepper Opong was behind him, just barged him. Well, there's nothing in that. Nothing in that at all. Just shield him out there. I think he might have got carpet burn, actually, because there's some AstroTurf behind the goal there. And, yeah, there certainly wasn't a foul. I can say that much. Back up on his feet now. Burkina Faso international, and it will be a goal kick for Nice. 52 minutes gone. Yeah, Yevan Diouf with the long kick downfield, but it's bypassed everybody and goes out of play on that far side for a throw-in. Too long, about 10 yards from the halfway line. Sangare has the ball in his hands. Short throw brought down by Thauvin. Now they can break down this right-hand side. Maybe ball played up to the edge, but again, forest of legs. But again, Nice have won the ball back in a frantic flurry, and now almost gave it away again. It's just, well, they're all getting under each other's feet, I'll be honest. Ball played to Cho down that left-hand side. That is going to be a free kick and a foul, possibly a booking. Looking to get away down that left side, and I think it was Beidou who's fouled him here. But you know what? It probably won't count because I think he was offside anyway, Cho, when that pass was brought through to him. It was a clumsy challenge from Beidou, but it will be, I think, a free kick to Lens because he was offside there, Cho. They slap hands. He's back up now. 53 gone here at the Allianz Riviera. Nice 0, Lens 0. Free kick taken quickly and short. Baidu. And then it comes out to Udol on this near side. Ball comes back in field to Baidu. And now Alain Saint-Maximin down this left-hand channel again. Brings it infield on his right foot. Thomason out to Udiol on this near side again. Squares it across into centre field to Sangare. Sarr. Now Saint-Maximin again. Comes infield on that right foot, trying to work a shot, but it's gone horribly, horribly wide of that right-hand post. Again, not quite balanced there. Saint-Maximin. And at the moment, they're finding it difficult to break Nice down. As things stand, there will be a 6-point gap between PSG and Lens, with I think 3 games to go after this one. So that's yeah, you can't see them overhauling that. But if they can get a win here tonight, they still have a chance. If they can reduce it to 4 with 3 games remaining, then it gives them a fighting opportunity. But Nice have their own worries. They want to make sure they're safe, but they've got a corner to defend here. Sangare coming across there, or has that gone out? I think Barr there thought that he'd done his job in shepherding the ball over the line, but I don't think he was too pleased to be told that it's actually a corner. It must have come off someone else. Anyway, they take it quickly and short. Edge of the area, floated in by Saint-Maximin, headed away from the edge of the 6-yard box. The ball breaks to the edge of the area again, and but Lens have given the ball away, and then the sliding block from Melvin Bard has come off the shins there of Abdul Hamid, and it will be a throw-in to Nice near the corner flag on that far left-hand side, which Bard will take, standing at the side of the corner flag. He opts to go across the dead ball line, throws it to his keeper Diouf. It was actually quite clever, and then the long punt downfield from the keeper sails over the head of Baidu and goes out for a throw-in anyway. Not the best kick downfield there by the keeper, trying to find his man. Looking for Thomas Louchet. Throw-in taken quickly. Samson Baidu. And now Malang Sarr. 56 on the clock. Ooh, did that go out of play? No, it just about kept it in. It was a poor ball to Udol. Anyway, Nice have won the ball back here. Great ball down the right channel. Now then, Louchet squares it across the edge of the area. Cho's in, 2 men around him, and the 2 men too many because Gagné pinched it off him 10 yards from his own goal. Well, that looked dangerous momentarily. It was a great ball down that channel. And now Lens have it with Alain Saint-Maximin on this near side, twisting and turning, trying to get away from the towering Antoine Mendy. Plays it infield, but he only finds a black and red shirt. Here's Louchet. A Lens player has gone down, and it's going to be a foul, I think. I think it was Sofiane Diop. And the boot has come off the foot of the Lens captain, Adrien Thomason. They both went for that ball there, and there was a leap in the air, and then I think when Diop came down, he accidentally stood on Thomason's foot, and he carried on moving, Thomason, but the boot stayed put. So a free kick to Lens. Halfway inside the Nice half, about 10 yards in from this near touchline. Thomason still down. I think he's okay. Just making a few adjustments to his footwear. Pierre Sage out in the technical area, barking out the orders. Substitutes from both teams feverishly going through their warm-ups on the touchline. As we're getting towards the hour mark. So, it's going to be a free kick, and it will be Florian Thauvin with this free kick. left-footed, so it'll be an in-swinger. In it comes towards the back post. And it's a glancing header, but I think a Nice player went down under that challenge anyway. I think it was Budash. So I think it's going to be a free kick to Nice. Might have been a little shove in the back there. And it is, in fact, a free kick. So Diouf puts the ball down on the edge of his area. 58.5 minutes gone here at the Allianz Riviera. Still goalless. Diouf with the long ball downfield. Looking for Melvin Bard. He can't gather it. And then it's headed up towards the halfway line. Then Nice head it back into the Lens half. Bard. Then it comes back to Pepra Opon. And Juma Bar. Back to Diouf on the edge of his own area. And it comes back out to Pepra Opon on this left-hand side. Now Bard. Nice ball in field there for the run now of Sanson. They're coming forward well here, Nice. Now they have it edge of the area, left-hand side. Brilliant cross comes in, and a last-ditch clearing header there from Malang Sarr. Because lurking behind him was Mohamed Ali Cho, waiting for the header. But Sarr got to it just in the nick, puts it out for a corner. It was a great cross from Sofiane Diop. Hanging in the air, Sarr getting there just in time. Cho was in fact in the motion of leaping for a header. Here's Luche now with the corner on this near side. Outswinging effort, glancing header away by Long towards the edge of their own area. And the final clearance upfield by Gagnou, and it's chested down well. Then a great ball over the top. Oh, now then the keeper's come way out of his area, and Saint-Maximin has got there and scored. What was Yvan Diouf doing there? He came miles out of his goal to try and snuff that out. And Alain Saint-Maximin got there first, took it round him and rolled it in from about 30 yards out. That's how far the keeper came out. And that is a huge blow for Nice. Alain Saint-Maximin, the former Newcastle man, has put Lens in front exactly on the hour mark. But that is a moment of madness there from the keeper. It was a ball over the top. Saint-Maximin had got in behind the back three. It was completely on the counter. And Yvan Diouf, well, he was in no man's land there. It was a great ball from Thomason over the top. Saint-Maximin, and then Diouf, oh, he was miles out of his goal. And Saint-Maximin there had the composure just to drop the shoulder, take it round him, and then calmly side-footed home from about 25, 30 yards out. That's how far the keeper was out there. And a fine and calm finish from Alain Saint-Maximin. It is Nice 0, Lens 1, and 61 minutes gone. Now then, that might liven things up a bit now. The game has been crying out for a goal. And that goes out of play for a throw for Nice on this near side. It's Luche will take. Now Juma Bar comes back to Diouf. He sends it out to Pepra Opon on that far side. His ball up to halfway. It's played back downfield. Sanson gets there just in the nick of time. It's floated out again to Luche on this near side. And he plays a well, he tried to play it down that right channel, but Malang Sarr gets across to block it and put it out for a throw-in. 62 minutes gone. And Lens have that crucial goal that they've been after in their pursuit, trying to keep the pressure on Paris Saint-Germain. They certainly weren't having it all their own way before that goal went in. Now they can break again downfield here. Now then, they are 4 points behind as things stand. Here's Saint-Maximin once more, whips the ball in, left-footed, glancing header away by Bar, brought down by Diop. And now here's Bard, plays a good ball down that left channel for the run of Cho, who was coming across on a diagonal run. Well, that's good work there from Baidu, who used his upper body strength, blocked him off. And now it comes out to Udol on this near side, swaps passes with Saint-Maximin. Now Malang Sarr once more, again goes deep into the Nice half, unmolested. Ganiu. Good ball down the right channel into the box. Back heel by Thauvin, but it only finds a red and black shirt. And now another player's gone down for Nice there, off the ball. And now there's a bit of pushing and shoving going on. And now Bard has pushed someone and he's fallen over extremely theatrically. It really is pathetic at times. These are grown men, for heaven's sake. Get up. I mean, seriously. What, he's still down? It's just ridiculous. It was a coming together. I just think that the Nice player just accidentally collided with Ganiu. He didn't know he was there. So he went down, and then somehow Bard got involved. He shoved, I think it was Abdul Hamid, and then he went down like he'd been shot with a blunderbuss. It's all a bit pathetic. Anyway, no one's been told off. Free kick. Diouf with the long clearance downfield, headed back up to the halfway by Ganiu. And Lens have won themselves a throw-in through Florian Thauvin near the halfway line. 64 minutes gone. Nice 0, Lens 1. But that's cheaply given away by Lens. Now then, Nice, and then they've given it away. Sanson with a poor ball. And then the long clearance downfield. Diouf will tidy that up on the edge of his area. Float's not the most convincing ball out to that left-hand side to Pepper Opon. Long ball up to halfway. Good header by Bard, back in field. Now here's Morgan Sanson. Chips the ball down that central line looking for Diop. Glancing header, but Cho can't get there before Sarr. But Nice have it on this near side. Here's Louchet. Breaks 2 tackles. Now then, edge of the area. Twisting, turning run here. Oh, and Louchet there just got a bit ahead of himself. Tried a fancy flick in the area and made a bit of a mess of it. And trying to find the return ball for Kyle Budash. But Nice still have the ball. It comes back to Juma Bar. And now Kojo Pepper Opon. 65.5 minutes gone. And Nice here need to start to ask a few questions. Trailing. It's not that they play badly, they haven't. You would really guess that they are sitting 15th on the league ladder with Lens in second place. It's been a fairly even game. But they need to find something now, and that's a loose pass again. It goes straight to Ganiu, and then he's fouled from behind, and a few choice words spoken again. Opon with the foul. He's getting a little bit frosty out there at the moment. And 66 minutes on the clock. Now here's Malang Sarr, halfway inside his own half. Game just slowing down a little bit here. He's just walking the ball up to the halfway line. And again, Nice just sitting in their defensive shape. Long ball over the top, looking for Thauvin, but it will go all the way through to Diouf. So there will be 3 more games after this. Nice will only have 2 more games. They are 5 points clear of Auxerre, who are in that spot. But Auxerre will have a game in hand on Nice, so they will. They're not quite home and dry yet. You know, they'll be looking maybe for 1 more win. But if they can get something out of this tonight, it will definitely be a huge step in the right direction. But at the moment, they trail. But if Lens can get the win here. 4 points behind PSG with 3 games remaining. That means there's 9 points up for grabs. So they do have an outside chance, but they will be relying on PSG to slip up. Maybe once and if not twice. Ball whipped in from this near side towards the penalty spot, headed away by Bar. Game starting to open up a wee bit now. He's Budash. Now Bouadi. Now down this right hand side comes Kyle Budash once again, but he loses out. Natia Udol pinching the ball from him. And then a coast-to-coast pass from Sarr all the way out to Abdul Hamid on that far right-hand side. Now it comes back to Ganiu. Now Samson Baidu. 68 minutes gone. I'm sure we'll be getting to that time where the managers will be thinking about making a change or two. Long diagonal ball from Sarr, and it's, oh, well, Bard tried to head it back to his keeper there, but he's actually put it out for a corner. He did have Abdul Hamid lurking behind him, so it will be a corner for Lens. Adrian Thomason coming across to take it, and I hope we don't get any more nonsense at the corners like we had in the first half. Took an eternity for one because people kept falling over, and they're at it again, pushing and shoving going on. It is wearisome, it really is, and the referees had to stop again here. It's just so dull. Just stop touching each other and get on with the game. They take it short. Here's Thauvin. Plays it out to the edge of the area again. Again, unmarked there, Sangare, but he opts to go back to Baidu. Again, they're not picking them up on the edge of those cut-back balls. Baidu once again tries a long-range shot, but that's blocked by Pepra Opong, and then returned back to Robin Rissa, who's come out of his area. Just rolls the ball forward for Samson Baidu. Now here's Malang Sarr on this near side. They have that all-important goal in their quest to keep the pressure on Paris Saint-Germain. Here is Sarr once again, squares it into the centre circle for Baidu. His ball out for Abdul Hamid on that far right-hand side, played in field. Sangare floats it out to this near side, picked up by Udol. He nudges it down that left-hand side for Saint-Maximin. Oh, he does the flick and trick, the spin and the drag. Not sure that's a wise thing to be doing at this stage. Anyway, they have an opportunity here. Long-range shot comes in, and it's tipped over by the keeper. It was Florian Thauvin. Have another look at this. That 25 yards out, curling shot there, and I think it's grazed the crossbar. He felt that there might have been a touch on that by Diouf, and there was. He did get his fingertips to that, and then it hit the crossbar. But he definitely got his fingertips to that, did the keeper. But I'm not sure that it's been given. And I think that was... no, it's not. It's a goal kick, but it shouldn't be. Anyway, double change here made by Nice. Ali Abdi, the Tunisian international, has come on, as has Isak Janssen, the Swede. It's a double change made by Claude Puel. Not sure yet who's made way for those changes. Anyway, goal kick taken. It's Boudash. Sorry, Boudash is the one that's come off for Abdi. And I'm not sure who Janssen has come on for yet. So Kyle Boudash, it's Mohamed Ali Cho. I'm surprised at that, unless he's got a bang or a knock, because he's been excellent tonight. But Janssen, the Swede, is going to be going up, and they've also made another change. The captain Morgan Sanson has come off as well. He's been replaced by Abdul Samed, the Ghanaian. Now then, here's Mathieu Udol on this left-hand side, but that's good defending there, and he's fouled as well. And his attempt to win the ball back, foul comes in on Antoine Mendy. 72 minutes gone here on the French Riviera. Still 1-0 for Lens. And it's a free kick to Nice, just outside their own penalty area, and it will be taken by the keeper, Yvan Diouf. You had that moment of madness. He came roaring out of his goal, allowing Saint-Maximin to take it round him and score from at least 25, nearly 30 yards out. He was that far out of his goal. Now then, they come down this right-hand side with Mendy, tried to chip it down there, but he's only found a white shirt. Now here's Saint-Maximin down this left-hand side, plays the ball down the line there, but it's just too heavy for the run there of Odsonne Edouard. He's had very little to work with. I've barely said his name all evening. Now then, they can break through the middle again here. Long, here's Thauvin, comes out to this far right-hand side. Cross comes in, it's a great one too, and that's some brave defending there, because Sangare was lurking behind, and that's brave defending from Antoine Mendy. It really is. Alan Saint-Maximin it was actually, was lurking behind him, and he put his body on the line there. 73.5 minutes gone. Nice have the ball just outside their own area. We need to try and find something here, and that's another foul, is it there? No, they've lost the ball on this near side with Janssen. Now here's Baidu. He's given the ball away now, and it squirts downfield, and it will be gathered in by Diouf. And Nice will have it again, bring the ball up to the halfway line. Here's Antoine Mendy. And it comes back to Juma Bar. Diouf out to that left-hand side, playing it around nicely now, knocking it around, but they need to get the ball up the other end of the field, because they're behind in this game. Bouadi. Now through the middle it comes. Now here's a decent chance. Edge of the area, ball fed through. In here's Abdi. Tries to get the cross in. It's blocked and goes out for a throw-in near the corner flag over on that far side. Almost 75 minutes gone. And it will be the long throw coming in from Melvin Bard. He's always the sign there. He's rubbing the ball on his shirt. So opportunity now maybe from a long throw. And it comes in, and it's been headed away and out for a corner. So a chance from a set piece. Thomas Louchet will come across to take it on that far left-hand side. And ball whipped in, headed away from the edge of the 6-yard box. And that's good defending over there by Sarr. Puts it out for a throw-in. Long throw back into the area. Janssen has nipped in behind the back three. Of course, you can't be offside from a throw. Then switches onto his left foot, puts a great cross in at the back post, but there's a shove in the back there. And the referee did spot it. And he's blown up for a free kick for Long. Yeah, definite shove in the back there on Abdul Hamid by Ali Abdi. Exactly 76 minutes gone. Long are going to make another change now. Abdallah Sima, the Senegalese striker, is going to come on to replace Odsonne Edouard, who's, like I said, he's not really had much to work with tonight. We've not said his name a lot. And he will make way. This is a very long journey for this Lens team, of course. They're up near the Calais region. And of course, down here, Nice, right at the end of the country, just near Monaco, near the Italian border, on the Ligurian Sea and the Med. So it couldn't be much of a longer trip, really. I think Marseille is probably the longest one for them. But they won't mind if they get the win here tonight. I'm sure they've come on a plane. Long chip downfield, down this near side. Now here's Janssen. Ball played up to the halfway line. Now a little bit of space for Bard down this left-hand side. Inside the area, cuts in field. Now here's... Oh, that was a poor pass there from Bouadi. I think he might have slipped a little bit before he delivered it, and he scuffed it horribly. Ganiou, great ball down the right channel. Now then, edge of the area on this right-hand side. They cut inside there, and then loses his footing again there. This is Abdallah Sima, the Senegalese striker, but he did get in round the back there, but just lost his footing at a crucial moment. Ball comes back to Ganiou. And now Baidu, here's Malang Sarr. Space is opening up now. Saint-Maximin. Now Udol, left-hand side. Little Cruyff chop there, bringing it back inside. Now then, working the ball on this near side. Saint-Maximin back to Sarr. Crossfield ball chested down by Ganiou. Now Abdul Hamid. There's the ball up to Sima. He gets the ball back there. Lucky. And then return pass. No! Now then, threaded it through to the edge of the area. Good sliding tackle there to take it out of the path of Saint-Maximin. He was lurking over near the back post. And it goes out for a Lens throw on this near side. 78.5 minutes gone. Still 1-0 to the visitors. And as things stand, they still have an outside chance of winning the league title. But like I said, they're going to have to be pitch perfect in the last 3 games, and they are going to have to rely on PSG messing up. The French champions still involved in the Champions League as well, but it is going to be a bit of a stretch. But you know what a season it's been for them, you know. But Nice, it's all about survival this season now. But at the moment, they're struggling to break down this stubborn Lens side. Bring the ball up with Sarr once more, but I think he took the ball out of play on this near side. And it will be a throw-in for Nice. Mendy back to Diouf. And this is Djumabar. Rolls it back to Diouf once more. Now here's Mendy. Plays it up towards the halfway line. Little flick round the corner by Janssen. It's a good one too. Now they try and break down this right-hand side. Janssen has it again. Plays it through the middle. Here's Abdi. Oh, now then, is that going to be a penalty? It's on the edge of the area. They've got away with it there. I don't like seeing players going to the referee waving cards in the air. Sofiane Diop is the man who was brought down. It was a brilliant counter-attacking move with some nice play there between Louchet and Isak. Oh, it's a red card! A red card for Lens, but because it's outside the area, now this is interesting. He could have crossed there, and it was a scything challenge on the edge of the penalty area. It's clearly outside, there's no debate about that. But he got his timing wrong. Now I'm trying to see who it is who's been sent off here. It's Saud Abdul Hamid. Yeah, in all fairness, it was a pretty heavy touch from Diop. But the Saudi Arabian came across and cleaned him out, and he's off. Straight red card. He has a rueful smile on his face, because he'll be saying, you know what, sometimes you've just got to take one for the team. And he certainly did that there. But they have a free kick now and a lifeline here, Nice, right on the edge of the penalty area. But sometimes these can be more difficult when you don't have that space to get the ball up and over a wall, if that's your preferred option. But we shall see what happens here. Of course, PSG did kind of slip up today. They drew 2-2 at home to Lorient. So that has just opened the door a little bit for Lens, if they can come away with the 3 points tonight. So, free kick for Nice. Lens down to 10 men. We have 8 minutes of normal time remaining. Adrian Thomason still in discussion with the referee. I think it might be saying, well, you know, was the decision because Abdul Hamid was the last man? It was a straight red. Or just, I think maybe it wasn't the last man, but maybe just seen as denying a very good goal-scoring opportunity. So, we're still chatting away here. This is literally about a foot outside the penalty area, inside the semicircle. It is a 5-man Lens wall. I think including draft excluder, yeah. Then you've got 2 Nice players at the side of that wall, and then 2 more Lens players at the side of them. So I think pretty much everyone is in the penalty area trying to block this. There's 3 Nice players standing around the ball. The referee has reapplied the white line, telling Alain Saint-Maximin to get behind that. Now then, it will be Luche, takes it. Now breaks, goal! Equaliser! And it's Ali Abdi, the Tunisian, and Nice have a late equaliser here. The ball thundered into the wall, but it squirted out to the left-hand side, and Ali Abdi maybe anticipated that. He peeled off to the left, and he's drilled it across the face of Robin Risser into the bottom right-hand corner to give Nice the equaliser. So, game back on here. Yeah, well, it was a little bit of luck there because it hit the wall, it squirmed through the wall and then squirted out to the side, and Ali Abdi had peeled round that left-hand side and he couldn't believe his luck as it squirted into his path, and he's nutmegged Robin Risser from about 7 yards out into the bottom right-hand corner. What's happening here now? The referee, well, I think they're this might have gone upstairs about, so Abdi's been taken away. I'll tell you what did happen there. As that free kick was being taken, Alain Saint-Maximin left that wall very prematurely. Yeah, the goal is given. Maybe they were looking for offside there for Ali Abdi as that ball squirted out of the wall, but Saint-Maximin, and they're bouncing up and down like mad here on the Riviera. What a great... And you know what? They deserve that, Nice. They've hung in here. And it sets us up for a grandstand finish now. They're going to make another change here, Lens. Ruben Aguilar is going to come on, and he will replace Florian Thauvin. And maybe that's just a little sign there from Pierre Sage that maybe we just need to shore things up a bit. But to be honest, they need to go for the win here, Lens. They really do. Because PSG have slipped up today with the draw at home to Lorient. And if they don't get the win here, then that is an opportunity missed with only 3 games remaining. And they'll know that. So they have to try and find something here. But it will be a throw-in for Nice. And it's taken quickly. They've got their tails up now. And they come roaring down the middle of the pitch. And, well, they've lost it in centre field now. Lens will look to break forward down this far right-hand side, and that is a clumsy challenge coming in there from Bard on the halfway line on Aguilar. So it will be a free kick to Lens on the halfway line. 1-1 here, and we've got 3.5 minutes of normal time remaining, but Lens carelessly given the ball away on halfway. Now then, Nice come forward here now through the middle. This is Luche, but it was just a heavy touch as he was making his way downfield. Lost it momentarily, but they've won it back. Suddenly Lens now on the back foot, and it's Nice now looking to come home with a wet sail here for what would be 3 really valuable points. And as things stand right now, Lens find themselves 6 points behind PSG with 3 games remaining. So what was going to be a really tough job, if it stays like this, is going to be a hell of a lot tougher, because they know that they have failed to take advantage of PSG dropping 2 points at home today. But the game is not over yet, but they are down to 10 men, and Nice are coming forward here. 2.5 minutes, good ball down that left-hand side, squared across to the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's that man Baidu again with the sliding block, puts it out for a corner. And Nice here, they take a short corner. No one picks up Janssen, edge of the area, takes it to the byline, squares it across, looking for Pepera Opong, and it's cleared out for a throw-in for Nice. They switched off completely there, Lens. And, well, actually, I'm trying to see what happened here. Just looking back at the goal there, all taken by Ali Abdi. The toast of the town tonight on the Riviera. Of course, Monaco just down a few miles down the coast. They've been in action today. Probably geographically two of the closest teams in Ligue. France, of course, is a massive country and teams spread out everywhere, but those two are pretty much near neighbours in the Alpes-Maritimes. Now here's Mendy up to the halfway line. Just over a minute of normal time remaining. Little chip over the top, looking for the run of Isak Janssen. Baidu puts that ball out for a throw-in for Nice. Taken quickly, Diop. Now they come down this left-hand side once again. But that's a careless ball from Bard. And now Long will look to come, and now Bard has tugged him back. That's going to be a booking. Cynical one there, but he had to do it. Excuse me, inside the final minute now. A cynical challenge, had to tug him back there. It was Seema who was galloping, and he just tugged the back of his shirt there, Melvin Bard. 30 seconds of normal time. Nice 1, Lens 1. Lens down to 10 men. Straight red card for Saud Abdul Hamid. Can't imagine we'll get massive amount of added time, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. But well, they thought they'd lost the ball on halfway, but the referee says it's a foul by Isak Janssen. Here's Baidu. Now, Ganiu comes out to that far right-hand side, picked up there by Aguilar. But his ball downfield goes out for a Nice throw, which they take quickly. 5 minutes of added time. Are we going to get some late drama here? Here's Juma Bar. Now Antoine Mendy sends it back to the halfway line. Now Juma Bar once again squares it across to Kojo Pepra Opong. Now Melvin Bard tries to play it down that left channel, but it's blocked by Aguilar, and it will go out for a throw-in to Nice. 30 seconds of the added 5 gone. And this will be a far better result for the home team than the away team, that is for sure. And I think we're going to get another change here. Double change for Nice. Going to see the Spanish striker Kevin Carlos come on. He will replace Icham Bouadi. And Sofiane Diop is also going to come off as well. And we're also going to see Dante, the Brazilian defender. So, final 4 minutes. Oh no, I beg your pardon, it's Charles Van Hout, the Belgian. So, 2 attacking changes made there by Claude Puel. So they want to go for this. They've got the man advantage. 3 points could pretty much see them safe. Bard, ball whipped into the edge of the area, headed away by Sarr, but it's going to come straight back at them here. Here's Antoine Mendy, feeds the ball upfield. Now the ball whipped over towards the back post, headed away by Aguilar. Now Sangare, long ball downfield to nobody. It's just, that was a case of just let's just get the ball out of here. So the pressure mounting, 3 minutes remaining. It's all Nice at the moment. Lens hanging on here. And they'll be disappointed that they've not been able to take advantage of PSG dropping 2 points today. Of course, PSG will be delighted if it stays like this. The ball goes all the way through there to Robin Rissa. We are halfway through the 5 minutes of added time. Long throw downfield by Rissa, glancing header up to halfway, but Nice have won the ball back here. Here's Janssen, and then he's fouled by Sangare. Referee says play on, play advantage. Here's Bard, whips the ball towards the edge of the area, and it breaks here for Janssen. in centre field. Out it comes to Luche, edge of the box on this right hand side. Mendy tries to cross it in, but it's blocked by Thomason. Ball comes back out to Luche. 3 minutes gone of the added 5. Mendy. Now here is Melvin Bard on that far left hand side, cuts in field. Here's Kevin Carlos. He's upended there. Crude challenge, ref plays advantage again. Here's Mendy on this near side, whips a ball into the back post, but that's a poor one. Straight into the hands of Robin Rissa. 90 seconds remaining here on the Allianz Riviera. One apiece, Lens down to 10 men. This will be a precious point for the home team if they can hold on to it here, and they deserve it. They've hung in with Lens. 13 places between them coming into this, but they've been on decent form, Nice, despite their league position. 3 straight draws, which isn't great, but it's not defeats, is it? So they're going to be the 4th straight draw if it stays this way, but they won't mind. Last minute now, Bard plays the ball to the byline. Ball chipped into the area towards the back post. Carlos can't get his foot round it, and it's gone high over the crossbar. Just too high there. Couldn't get his body in the right position. And ball goes over the bar, so it is a goal kick for Lens. And Rissa is waving everybody downfield. They've got about 30 seconds here. But to me, it looks as though they've resigned themselves to the fact they're only going to get a point here. Long clearance up the field, and it's glancing header, and it's gone out of play. It will be a throw-in for Lens. Last few seconds here. To be honest, though, I mean, they'll just be delighted with their season, you know. I don't think realistically they ever thought that they could overhaul PSG. But if they'd got the win here tonight, you know, it just keeps that flame alive. But they'll be very proud of the season that they've had. And they know that they have pretty much almost got Champions League qualification now. 7 points clear of 3rd place, but they do have a long throw here near the corner flag with 20 seconds over the added 5. Keeper comes out. Oh, he collected it, then dropped it, but the referee has blown for something here. That is the full-time whistle, in fact. So it's honours even here at the Allianz Riviera. An absorbing contest between two teams that had very different reasons for wanting tonight, but Lens know that is a slip-up that they really couldn't afford. Their slim chances look to have faded with that draw here tonight. Alain Saint-Maximin with the goal on the hour mark put Lens ahead, and then it all turned when Saud Abdelhamid was red-carded on 81 minutes, and from the resulting free kick, which hit the wall, squirted out to the left-hand side, and Ali Abdi was there to drill it home from close range to get the equaliser. So it's honours even here at the Allianz Riviera. It's a better result for Nice than it is for Lens. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage on this Saturday evening here on the French Riviera. I've been Joe Mills. Bonsoir.